So sometimes when you walk into a bike shop, you're not really sure what is actually a good value or what is maybe underrated, overrated, underinflated, overinflated. But today we're going to talk about that in a new segment called Bicycle Showcase. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another episode of Toolbox Topic. And we're going to switch things up a little bit today, right, Brandon?
It'll be fun.
And we're going to start doing a segment within Toolbox Topic called Bicycle Showcase. And before I forget and get ahead of myself, as you can see, coffee in hand, we're coming to you once again from Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona. And I'm with my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
Sleepy.
Yeah, we're both jacking it today, so hopefully this will be good. So we're here once again. Brandon, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
And last week we got to talking how people sometimes didn't realize, as far, especially if they're new to cycling, whether it be road bike, mountain bike, leisure biking, what is a good deal? What's a good value for an entry-level bike?
Absolutely. And that's why we have this guy in the stand.
And this is the Excalibur.
This is the Excalibur 8. Excalibur goes all the way up to Excalibur 9. This is the 8, so this is a one step down.
What's the matter, Brandon? You're a little
starting early,
tongue-tied
huh?
there. Come on, Brandon. Give me a little kiss. Little kiss. I'll make it all better.
It's getting so weird.
Well, people love Mr. Finger. It's like a bad soap opera. It's like Days of Our Lives, but with better acting.
Perhaps.
All right. So seriously, so the Excalibur line starts with
The 7, 8, and then 9 is top line. So this is the 8. This one falls right in the middle.
okay.
And everybody here is pretty excited about this bike. We're talking about value. It's an extremely good value for what you get.
Yeah.
So it's just around $1,500.
Okay.
But what you get for $1,500 now, you would never got 5 years ago. So
You're absolutely right. And I can attest to Brandon's excitement because last week when we tried to record the Christmas episode, but I forgot to hit record on the audio, he was very excited about this bike, and that's how the idea came. And you actually haven't been this excited about a bike since I got my Timberjack.
that's probably true.
As far as
That
value
Timberjack's
goes.
super cool. Yeah.
As
For
far
what
as
you
value
get.
goes.
Yeah. And briefly, we'll just run through the things that I really like about it. I'm also going to tell you about the things I don't like about this bike as well.
this
I
is the
always
pros and
try to
cons.
do that. But for $1,500, starting with the frame, we get a hydroformed aluminum frame with a tapered head tube, so it's very upgradable in the future. You can put some really nice forks on here if you choose to do so later on.
Okay.
The hydroforming manipulates the tube structure so that we can make it thinner in some areas, thicker in other areas where we need it. So it not only manipulates the ride quality, but also we can keep the weight down on that.
Okay. Makes
So
sense.
really nice frame on there. We get an air fork, which is super cool for a $1,500 price range.
Right.
Truthfully, that we're seeing more and more of that everywhere, but to get an air fork at $1,500, we wouldn't have seen that
5 years ago,
5 years
even 3
ago.
years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And just like with wireless shifting, we've seen that technology trickle down to more entry-level bikes.
Yes, absolutely.
So, all right.
We get a 12-speed Shimano 1x drivetrain on there. It's a 10x51 drivetrain.
Speaking of 12
It's
speeds, has my new
fantastic.
cassette come
It's
in yet?
super good. Your what?
Has my new cassette come in yet?
Oh no, that doesn't come in for a while.
See, guys, I don't get special treatment. I tell you, it's where the cool kids hang out, and me, I'm not part of that group yet. So.
You're on a long waiting list for those things, buddy.
I get no love. All right, so continue. So it's a 1x12.
1x12 drivetrain. It's an XT. It shifts so nice. It's
XT,
so
are you
super
see it? I
smooth.
didn't even
Yeah.
realize what group was on
Awesome.
here. Man,
It's
that is
awesome.
great.
And then the final thing is we get a full, ready-to-go, tubeless-ready wheel set and tires on this one.
Now, when you say
really
tubeless
cool.
ready, so all they have to do is put the tape on the rims and
Not even that. All you do is throw sealant in there.
Oh, so
They
they're
don't even. This bike
legitimately
doesn't even.
tubeless ready.
This bike does not even come with inner tubes.
Nice.
What we see
nice.
now, it's set up every morning. We have to pump these up because we don't put the sealant in.
So let this be a warning to all you friggin' jagoffs who are clinging on to tubed tires. Stop it. Seriously, guys, give up the ghost, okay?
If you can, yeah, for sure. But yeah, this
I
bike was
want to talk.
intended.
I'm stuck in some of my ways. So.
This bike was definitely never intended to even have a tube in it. It doesn't even
Nice.
come with the manufacturer with a tube. So I think it's a fantastic value for what you get. Okay, here are the things. Oh, and also it is totally upgradable. We can put a dropper post on this guy. The 9 actually comes with a dropper post.
Okay.
This one comes with a frame fully ready to go, integrated dropper post on there if you choose to do that upgrade. I
Okay.
think it's great.
Now I'm noticing some, and I don't have my glasses on. We've got some capped, different, for
Yeah.
a rack if you wanted a rack and stuff like that. So you can really, there's a lot of flexibility initially out of the gate on this bike. So, which is what I'm noticing just from
Definitely, if you want to do
building
bike
up a
packing,
socket.
if you want
Yeah.
to commute on it. I consider this still an entry-level race bike, but they still give you those little points in case you want to
Yeah,
not
just in case.
race it and just
Yeah.
want to have a nice bike that can do everything.
Right.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Okay, here are the things that
Let's talk about cons.
that could definitely
Pedals.
could definitely need an upgrade. Well, yeah, those pedals they are intended to come off,
Right,
and
those
put
are
your
sad.
clipless pedal on there
Yeah.
for sure. I think the cockpit could use a little bit more refinement, a little bit nicer stem bar combo.
I agree.
Would be a very nice accent to this. The brakes leave a little bit to desire. They are a Shimano. They're a non-series brake. They're good. They operate
Now,
just
are
fine. They
these
don't have a
mechanical
ton of power.
hydraulic or
They're full
fluid?
hydraulic.
They're full
Yep.
hydraulic. Okay.
Full hydraulic disc brake on there. They could use a bit more power, but they still function fine. Just the snobby guy I am, they could use. It would have been nice to get something a little more higher end on here. I think a pair of SLX brakes on here would be a fantastic upgrade.
Right.
And I guess the point being, this bike is so upgradable. That you could get this, and as time goes on, if you don't have the budget right now,
Right.
put these things on there later.
Add what you
put the
need.
dropper post, add a little bit nicer cockpit, add a
Now-
little bit nicer brakes on there.
Now, is the shifter XT out of the gate too, or did they use an SLX XT combo?
That is a Dior shifter
It is
on
a
there.
Dior
right.
shifter,
So what you're
okay.
getting is the XT
Derailleur, but still,
It's
that's
awesome.
a ridiculously good derailleur.
Shifts are precise. They're
Mm-hmm.
short. It's a great drivetrain. I really enjoyed riding
Short
that
like a
around.
midget, or just short like a short person? Because there's a difference.
We said we can't- you
Especially in
can't say
23. I
midget.
can say midget all I want.
You can.
Who runs by the town? Master Blaster runs by the town. And you guys might be wondering, God, what if they actually did drink while they were making these videos?
Might go a little smoother.
It might be a lot scarier. Get 3 strikes, you're out just in one video
right.
from YouTube. So, okay. So yeah. So
Final thing that this
refinement-
bike could use that I think would really make this, well, it would make it more expensive. True, we drop out of that value
Right.
segment, but one thing, it does not have a through axle rear
Oh,
hub.
you know, it
It
doesn't.
still has
yeah.
a 9mm quick release on
Okay.
there with the same spacing, non-boost. Then again, I think we'd be pushing up to a different price point.
Yeah.
So we got to make some sacrifices somewhere.
So now, does the 9 have a through axle?
It does not. It is
Okay,
the same
so
frame.
this series is going to be same frame.
Same
You're still
frame,
going to
just
have
a little
that.
bit upgrade in our
Okay.
component. The 9 has a beautiful SLX crank on there. Which
There's
is,
nothing really beautiful about SLX, Dad.
No, I like it.
I know you
I
do,
think it's really nice.
but that's okay. This is why he's the co-host.
SLX is all we really need.
Dude, who are you kidding, bougie man with your white seat, dude?
No, that SLX crank, it's a nice looking crank. It is
Okay.
a very good value. It's super cool.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. As long as you're happy with it.
But really, this is the sweet spot.
No. And in all honesty, goes we're joking and everything like that. And yes, it is. Some of the other things that I would necessarily probably upgrade first to add comfort to the ride so you can enjoy it more. Probably a seat, different grips, because you know they're going to cut savings where they can to make this a good entry-level price point as far as that goes. So.
And they probably feel like the person who buys this bike already probably has some experience in cycling. They're probably upgrading from something else, so they already have a preference in grips and saddle, things
Yeah.
like that. Same thing with the pedals. They know that these things are probably just going to come off, so they're not going to spec it with a super nice.
No, not for a bike
saddle
like
grip.
this.
Right.
If you were talking like a Fuel 9.9 or the Super Caliber,
Right.
the high-end Super Caliber with carbon frame and everything, then you might be able to spec it with higher-end pedals, or which what we see a lot with
No pedals.
high-end bikes. Yeah, no pedals. They assume you already have a pedal preference or have those pedals in your possession already. So Just some things to be aware around.
Yeah.
All right, so $1,500.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Now some of you might be
fantastic
thinking,
bike for that.
Jesus, $1,500, Thomas, that's still pretty expensive.
And you're right, it
I
is.
can go to
It's-
Walmart and get a bike for $500, but you're getting a $500 POS. Regardless of what shitbirds on YouTube say, it's a $500 POS that I wouldn't trust a pack of Down syndrome kids on riding the trail not to get hurt with those things. That's how crappy they are. So, just horrible bikes. You know, Indochina made, butted chromoly, break the first time you do a little drop off in the parking lot.
Probably.
Yeah, so, but this, even for some entry-level bikes that are brand name, and by brand name I mean like Track Specialized, Cannondale, they have some entry-level stuff that, I mean, can't really upgrade it. That's it. You're spending, you know, $600-700, and for the most part you're stuck with. So to have the flexibility to turn this into something special that will last.
I'm trying to sell this bike whenever I can.
Yeah, so good stuff. All right, guys. Well, if you're on a budget, and I mean, you live in the Valley, you can come down here to Check Bicycle Store West Phoenix and check this out. If you're not in the Valley, you can always go online. You can call these guys, or you can visit your local Trek dealer. I'm sure Brandon wouldn't mind me saying that, you know. Buy local. Don't buy on fucking Amazon or something like that if you can help it. Definitely help out your local bike shop and everything. So before we do the exit and everything like that, seriously, guys, this segment's going to be dedicated to just showcasing different bikes. Some of them not, you know, I would assume majority of them will be Trek, but you guys do get some salsas in here every once in a while, and Giants and everything like that. And we're trying to let people know what's available, because if you're not, you know, working in a bike shop, if you're not a cycling nerd like me and you're reading the different articles on the new releases and stuff like that, you might not know what's out there, what to look for, and what to avoid. So
I'm looking forward to doing, you know, even the most entry-level bikes, cruisers, things like that,
to
all
the
the way up to
high
some
lines, yeah.
super high-end stuff. So
yeah, the bikes that
Pretty
Brandon
good.
and I would ride, because, you know, we're too good for something like this. Let's be honest, Brandon. So
well,
it's true.
I'm spoiled.
Yeah. So, but again, we are what we are. So we have no kids, and you know, it's one of those things. We spend that extra money on ourselves. No, joking, guys, but we do.
So we do.
And look at it this way: at least we're not the Global Biking Network. So,
It always comes back down to that.
or French Canadian. Just saying. So my Tour de Force guys and gals who watch this and everything, especially the ones in Canada, it's not that I really hate the French Canadians. Brandon does. So if I don't talk shit about him, he gets a little salty afterwards. I'm joking. We don't hate anybody because of their ethnicity.
I'm just staying quiet.
He's just staying quiet. So, all right. It's gone completely off the rails, guys. So, Brandon, is there anything else we want to add to the Excalibur before this really blows up?
No,
We're
pretty.
good. What's the availability on these? Really quick, what's the availability? Because, I mean, you and I have looked at bikes on order, stuff like that, and you can't get them till like into 2022, into 2023. What's the availability on these?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
We got these 3 in. We're super happy about it, getting those in, and
While
I don't
supplies
know.
last,
I
guys.
don't know when the next ones are coming.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, such is the bike industry as far
Yes.
as that goes. So, all right. Well, guys, there you have it. Showcase, the first one, the Excalibur Series 8, mid-level, great value, $1,500.
Consider it.
Yeah, definitely consider it if you're looking for something entry-level to start your journey to becoming a mountain biker or a road biker, or a combination between the two. Just getting out there and having a whole lot of fun. So, that being said, if you like the video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon. That way you will be kept up to date on all the videos that we post. The good ones, the bad ones, and the ones that are completely off the rails. So it is what it is. Don't forget, there's going to be some links below as well. One of them is going to be to Trek Bicycle Store West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona. Click that link. Show Brandon and the guys down here some love. If you have any questions about this bike, about anything to do with cycling, give them a call. They'll be more than happy to help you out. If you have any comments, do you think we hit the mark on this? Do you not want to see, you know, segments like this again? Let us know. We love that constructive feedback. Okay, don't bash us like we bash the French. Comment down below. Just kidding. And let us know what you think. So, on that note, what do we always say? Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards out on that trail. And I have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get out, Arizona.
Here we go. The hungover Brandon.
Not
We'll
hungover.
see. Don't lie. We'll see you on that next adventure. Take care, guys.
See ya.
Brandon, we'll see you next
I'll
week.
tell you if
buddy.
I'm hungover.
Yeah, no. We'll see you guys.